absolute lady!
Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a beast.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it! Alrighty, folks at home, we hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. We need you guys to lock in here today. And in a way that makes sense, as we are still anticipating the GTA 6 Trailer 2, and we will dissect why we are still anticipating the GTA 6 Trailer 2. As we continue the broadcast here, we need you guys to lock in. Like I said, we need you guys to hit the like button, share the broadcast, and of course, if you do come through and go above and beyond, we have the acknowledgement board working or 100% condition here today. So that's going to be fantastic, and we do appreciate that. But I will tell you that we are live, and we are just, 23 days away from the one-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. And with that said, we are certainly hoping, and we are certainly thinking that Rockstar is going to pull the curtain back sooner rather than later, hopefully, in regards to GTA 6 Trailer 1, because if they do not update us on this game and 2025 comes along, it's going to look terrible for Rockstar Games, and it will be a very first for Rockstar Games being this quiet for an entire year. So GTA 6 Trailer 2 is happening, We could tell you that, but we don't know when. However, with that said, since you guys are fake gamers and since you guys don't care, it's a hard discussion. And we were hoping that Rockstar was going to pull the curtain back last week. We had the Take-Two investor call. We thought that there was going to be a glimmer of hope. Arthur Morgan's coming through. That's what we love to see. And I believe Arthur Morgan is gifting some memberships out. And as such, we will be going to the acknowledgement board here in just a moment because Arthur Morgan is coming through. And it is a party here today. Arthur Morgan is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. We need you guys to lock in. He's not gifting members. He usually does. But we just looked. Member for 30 months. That's what we love to see. Arthur Morgan with that loyalty badge right there. Member for 30 months. That's over 2 years if I had to do the math, and maybe I'm wrong on that. Arthur Morgan, member for 30 months. We need you guys to lock in here. It's over for gaming. Woke agendas won. Women are the ones kicking the doors now. Arthur Morgan, we're going to put you on the acknowledgement board here as we switch over in a way that makes sense right here, the acknowledgement board. And Arthur Morgan is the first to get up on this acknowledgement board. He is a member for 30 months. And as such, we're going to go ahead and make this work here in a way that makes sense. So we are on the acknowledgement board here. And Arthur Morgan is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. And this is what we love to see. So Arthur Morgan is kicking things off, and he's in the building here today making a damn point. And as such, we're going to go ahead and get you that gold. Arthur Morgan is in the building, and he's coming through with that 30-month membership. We're talking pure loyalty, no bullshit, and that's what we love to see. With that 30-month membership, you love to see it. 30-month membership right there. Arthur Morgan in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense. We do appreciate that coming through, of course. Tremendously strong. Arthur Morgan in the building with that 30-month membership. Let's go ahead and get a dub in the chat. And if this stops working, because last time we did the acknowledgement board, it stopped working, but no one told me. So if it stops working, which I don't think it will this time, but if it does stop working and we have technical issues, you be sure to let me know. Arthur Morgan is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense with pure loyalty, 30-month membership. Nobody's on that level that we have seen thus far here today. So Arthur Morgan is coming through. He's popping the chair, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. That's why we got the confetti out, because Arthur Morgan is coming through, and he's making a damn point. 30-month membership for Arthur Morgan. We need you guys to lock in. Dub in the chat, one in the chat. We need you guys to get going on here, because the reality of the situation is that in just 23 days, the one-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1 is coming. So 23 days left. That's the deadline for this, quite frankly, because if they have nothing to say then, it's going to be a shit show. I'll tell you that, right? If you mean to tell me that Rockstar Games is going to skip out this entire year with no updates in regards to this game, the biggest entity in all of video, yet we're led to believe that this game is coming in 2025, I just don't know how that makes any sense, right? If Rockstar Games, if they stay silent for the remainder of 2024, this will be the very first time that Rockstar Games has been silent for an entire year in regards to any game that they've ever released. And that is crazy. And that's not a great sign for GTA 6. We are led to believe that this game is still on track for fall of 2025, yet Rockstar has nothing right now anyway to show for, and that will hopefully change soon. Because, again, if 2025 rolls around and Rockstar Games has nothing to show for, the game is more than likely delayed, and I will be making a video on why I believe that, if that does happen, because there is a strong case for this game being in that position, and that's not a great position for this game. It seems like they were forced to put the trailer 1 out and forced to say, yes, it exists, and here it is. And then they have gone completely, totally radio silent for nearly an entire year. But again, in 23 days, okay, 23 days, the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary is taking place. If Rockstar has nothing to say then I don't know what's going on, but clearly it's not the news that we want. So we need you guys to lock in here today, and we need you to lock in a way that makes sense. One in the chat, dub in the chat, Arthur Morgan coming through, member for 30 months. I'm not holding out hope. I am holding out hope, rather, even though last week we didn't really get new news on GTA 6 outside of it's still on track for fall of 2025. That's what the guy in the suit said. And Is it really on track still for fall of 2025? Well, the only people that truly know that are obviously Rockstar Games, the people making the fucking game. So, maybe it's still on track for 2025 last week, but maybe this week it isn't. I mean, quite frankly. So in 23 days, we will hopefully get a better answer on what's happening with this game. In 23 days, we will hopefully get a glimmer of hope, a light at the end of the tunnel in regards to GTA 6 Trailer 2. And I don't care if you don't care, but I'm going to be right out here or wherever, and we're going to be covering this when it hopefully unfolds. And we also, speaking of coverage, we also will be covering more than likely the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. I believe that's on, when is that? That's this Friday, I believe, right? November 15th. We're going to be covering that live reaction to the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, more than likely. So we need you guys to lock in for that one. And if I had to pick on who's winning that fight, we're going to go ahead and say Mike Tyson. But quite frankly, Jake Paul, he's a lot younger. Of course, Mike Tyson's, 60-something years old, 50-something years old. He's pretty old, right? Mike Tyson, he's old. He's not a has-been, but, his prime is gone. We're not saying he's not strong. We're not saying he's not capable. But, Jake Paul obviously he's not undefeated, but he's close to that. I think he had one loss. But I will tell you that, Jake Paul, of course, has, the upper hand in terms of age and in terms of potential cardio already. He's a lot younger, a lot quicker than old Mike Tyson. But old Mike Tyson, I think a lot of people are underestimating Mike Tyson. I think Mike Tyson is going to come out strong and hard. And, if Jake Paul can go the distance, it's going to be very interesting to see. But quite frankly, it's going to be one hell of a show. So that's on Friday, November 15th, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. We will more than likely be covering that. But in the meantime, we're going to lock in here to GTA 6. We know you guys don't care. This little audience in here, they don't care about these games. I don't care. I care about this game. I've been covering this game for the entirety of this year, for the most part, here and there, in between the big releases, right? And people just still cannot connect with this game. But as soon as Rockstar starts flapping gums and Sam Houser comes out of the woodwork, these losers will start jumping on the bandwagon. Right now they're talking about, the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition just got an update. And, where's the support, right? We got to pause the show here for a minute because this is starting to get awkward, right? I'm doing a show for you guys here today, and I don't mean to complain, but it is cold out here. I got 3 fucking layers on. Okay, I got 3 fucking layers on, right? If you guys can't be bothered to come through and support the show, then that's why we haven't been going live as much, because you guys are wimps. You say you're big fans of the show, but we don't see that when we're live. We don't see that on display when we're live. You guys can't be bothered to hit the like button. You guys can't be bothered to share. You guys can't be bothered to do anything but share your meaningless opinions that hold no weight. You have no experience in this industry. I'm actually a journalist, and I actually do cover these games in ways that no one else does. That's why we don't get views, because we're not normies and we don't parrot everything else. But you guys can't appreciate that. You can't wrap your head around that. So as such, that's why you just remain there and say nothing and really do nothing with this show. You don't like it. You don't share it. You can't be bothered to interact in those ways, which of course are free. But it's really sad how you guys just want to support the normies and support the general consensus and say, I'm going to go out and pick up a PS5 Pro. Who cares about a PlayStation 5 Pro? It's a $700 console with a very, very minimal upgrade. The only reason to get a PlayStation 5 Pro is going to be for GTA 6 when this game does come out, which at this point could be potentially 2026. So there's no rush to go out and buy a PlayStation 5 Pro, because right now it doesn't make sense to. So if y'all went out and bought it, which by the way, I saw a lot of YouTubers, they sat there and they made videos a few months ago when this damn thing got announced, and they said, we're not buying the PlayStation 5 Pro. We're not buying the PlayStation 5 Pro. That's $700 too much. And then the damn console comes out, and these losers are buying the console for fucking clicks. The fakest people. I had to unsubscribe to certain people because they're so fake, right? They came out of the woodwork. They were hell-bent on this idea that, we're not getting the PlayStation 5 Pro. It's total trash. It's a total ripoff. $700 for what, right? And then all of a sudden the console comes out, and these losers are reviewing it in their video as if they didn't say that. It's ridiculous. It's quite frankly just so sad. But that's why I don't subscribe to these losers. There's terrible. The games coverage here on YouTube is terrible. I can only name about 4 channels, if that are actually worthwhile of watching. You guys watch the most normie stuff, and these losers who just parrot everything that everyone else says, and they follow the general consensus. They can't bash into the walls because they don't want to lose subscribers. They don't want that to affect their brand in a negative way. So they won't have a real opinion. They won't be sharing their real thoughts, and they will be fake, and they will be phony, and that's how you make it. So as such, that's why we're not in that position, because we don't tolerate bullshit around here, and a lot of people have problems with that. But I will tell you that you guys need to start locking in. It's time to start locking in. It's time to start hitting that like button. It's time to start sharing the broadcast. That's why we're going to be covering Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson this Friday, November 15th. I believe that's the date, because we need people in here. And that's going to get people in here because, believe me, my analysis is going to be fantastic, okay? My analysis is going to be just that great, right? You're going to want to hear this opinion. And I've already told you, I said I'm picking Mike Tyson. Okay, I'm picking Mike Tyson. I think Jake Paul, he's got upper hand in a lot of areas, but, Mike Tyson has the experience, and, of course, at one point in his career is the best boxer in the world. So Mike Tyson's obviously going to come out on top. If he doesn't, well, that's going to be a big surprise. And we got someone coming through hard and strong. Lewis is the savior of the show. We're 30 minutes into the show, it feels like, and Lewis is coming through, and he's coming through. And that's what we love to see.
Good to see you back, world class.
And we love to see your appreciation on display here.
Looking forward to GTA 6 and Kingdom Come, that's about it.
Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is coming out next year. We will be covering that. Wasn't a fan of the first game. I thought that was very overhyped and overrated, but I think this time around they can maybe squash the things that didn't necessarily work and improve upon the things that did. Lewis is coming through, and he's making a damn point. The savior of the show here. Let's go ahead and get some dubs up in the motherfucking chat. Lewis is in here, and he's making a damn point. Arthur Morgan came through. He showed his loyalty badge, member for 30 months. And now Lewis is in the building, and he's coming through. And he's coming through hard and strong and really popping the cherry for the Super Chats. Lewis is in the building and making a damn point here today. That's what we love to see. Lewis is in here, and he's coming through so strongly. We love it. And you guys need to start showing your love and support in the chat, because Lewis is in here today, and he's making a damn point when you guys couldn't be bothered to step up. And as such, another round of lasers for Lewis. Lewis is in the building. He's coming through so strongly, and we love it. That I can tell you. So we're going to go to the acknowledgement board yet again, and we will be updating this accordingly. Lewis in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see. Lewis is in here, and he's plowing through hard and strong. Look at this right here. As such, we will be updating the acknowledgement board here. And Lewis is coming through and making a damn point here today. This is what we love to see. Lewis is coming through so strongly, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense with the $20 Super Chat. And as such, we're going to go ahead and give you that crown because you did pop the cherry for the wave of potential Super Chats. Lewis is in the building, and he's making a damn point. Arthur Morgan coming through, and a member for 30 months. That's what we love to see. So this is the acknowledgement board here today. The two amigos have assembled. We got Arthur Morgan, membership for 30 months. That's 30 months. That's 2 years, folks, right? There's 12. That's over 2 years. 12 months in a year, right? 12 times 12 is 24, right? So you take that, and then you do some more math on top of that, which we, of course, can't do. But Arthur Morgan, a member for over 2 years right there. That's what we love to see, pure loyalty in here. No bullshit. Lewis is in the building, and he's coming through, but he's coming through so strongly. He's popping the cherry, and he's doing so in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get some dubs up in the motherfucking chat because Lewis is in here, and he's plowing through so strongly with that $20 Super Chat. And as such, we're going to give you that underline, bud. This is what we love to see. Lewis is coming through, and he's coming through so strongly with that $20 Super Chat. He gets the current crown because he came through and popped the cherry, set the mood, the vibe, the tone of the atmosphere. It's a big dub for Lewis and Arthur Morgan. These two are showing up here today. Arthur Morgan, of course, a member for 30 months, and Lewis is popping the cherry for the Super Chats, and he's coming through so strongly with that $20 Super Chat. We need you guys to lock in here today in a way that makes sense. We are just 23 days away. 23 days away until GTA 6 Trailer 1, and you guys still have nothing to say. I came out here weeks ago, and I said, well, this is what I initially said. I said, the one-year anniversary is really what we're looking at. We're looking right in that direction, right? We're looking at the one-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1, December 5th, 2023. Well, guess what, folks? December is next month. We're almost there, right? And you guys are, you got to have faith, right? You got to have faith. And I don't see that faith in here, quite frankly. You guys have thrown the towel in. My hype fantasy actually hasn't died, despite what the title says, because I will tell you that we weren't really looking at the Take-Two investor call. We thought that that was going to be the time and place, and it did make sense, and it did you know, it did line up with last year, how they did it last year. The Take-Two investor call, how they did it last year. They came out of the woodwork. Sam Hauser came out of the woodwork and updated us on the timeline for the trailer for GTA 6, right? But that didn't happen this time around. So the cards are a little different, and I'm going to tell you this. We're hoping that in just 23 days, because the wait is getting really just crazy at this point, right? You know, a lot of people, the hype is completely, totally deflated. The hype is completely, totally deflated. And it is a sad situation, that I can tell you. It's a sad situation because the hype is completely, totally deflated. This is the biggest video game of all time. This is bigger than any movie. This is bigger than any video game that's ever existed. This is bigger than any music, whatever, right, album. I'll tell you. You guys are underestimating the hype just because right now we're in the quiet times. But that should change very shortly here. There's rumor that November 22nd could be that time and place when Rockstar pulls the curtain back on GTA 6 trailer 2, and that would be fantastic because that would be less of a wait than December 5th, 2024. But I'm telling you, and this is what I said from the get-go, I said December 5th, 2024 is the day to look out for because if Rockstar stays silent, especially past that date, it's just going to start to look like, well, this game might not be coming in 2025 because if Rockstar really comes and goes with 2024, think about it like this, and I talked about this just moments ago. I said, well, 2024, right? 2024, Rockstar has nothing to say for the entire year. You mean to tell me this game is still coming in 2025? But for the entirety of this year, they had nothing to show for, literally zero, if, of course, Trailer 2 doesn't come this year. That makes absolutely no sense. You can't sit there and say that this game is coming in 2025 when they have nothing to show for, potentially in 2024 if nothing changes from here on out. That is absolutely ridiculous, and that's an insult to my intelligence if you think that this game is coming in 2025. I can make a 15-minute video explaining why I believe that this game isn't coming in 2025 if we really had to go down that route. But if you can guarantee 50,000 views, we will make that video and put some production into it. But until that day comes, we ain't making that video because no one wants to listen. Michael isn't attractive. He's not Brad Pitt, right? Okay, well, go watch Brad Pitt and go watch all these other losers on YouTube tell you what you want to hear and just build this fantasy for you. Because, you know, the fantasy doesn't come to fruition in that basement, so you go to your escapism, and they build you that fantasy for you, and they really pamper you. They do, I'll tell you this. They pamper you so well. And you love it. That's what you do. You love to consume that garbage. You really do. I mean, you guys are ridiculous. You guys love to consume that garbage. And quite frankly, that just could never be me. That's why I said we have been covering this over and over and over again, and you sit there and say, well, no one cares. Well, of course no one cares right now. The hype is deflated. In fact, the hype deflated December 5th, 2023. The hype deflated December 5th, 2023, because last year, where's the support? We have to pause the show again because, again, there's only two people coming through. We got Arthur Morgan coming through with his 30-month membership thing, right? His comment. 30-month membership comment, which we do, of course, appreciate. Big-time support there. That's fantastic. But we got Lewis coming through, and he's popping the cherry. Is Lewis going to be the only one coming through? I got to sit out here in the cold weather because it ain't going to get any warmer, right? I got to sit out here because if we go inside and play games, you guys aren't tuning in for that. Not that you're tuning in for this, but you're not going to tune in regardless of what we do unless you want to bitch fest about some other stupid, silly shit. But I will tell you that Lewis is coming through so strongly, and you guys can't be bothered to match that up. Lewis is out here. I haven't been live in almost a week, right? It's not like we go live every day because you guys can't handle it. If you guys could handle it, we would go live every day, multiple times like we did in the past. But, of course, you guys can't be bothered to handle it. You can't be bothered to appreciate what's on your screen. So what have you guys been doing for nearly 1 week? That's what I want to know. Watching all these other clowns on this platform? Probably. And supporting them as well, of course. But you can't be bothered to come over here and support this fantastic show. Well, guess what? He made a video about me. He's never going to make a video about you. So just sit down and shut your mouth because you're a nobody. I'm a somebody. How does it feel to be a part of the Losers Club? Must be so incredibly sad. So that's okay. I'm glad that only two people are coming through and supporting the show because it really shows the true colors of the real ones and the fake ones. Not that that wasn't really something that we needed to know because it was very obvious to begin with. But nonetheless, Arthur Morgan, look at that membership right there, 30-month membership. And Lewis is in the building, and he's coming through so strongly with that hard and strong $20 super chat, and that's what we love to see. So if these are the only two people coming through here today because you guys can't lock into a conversation. You know, it's so funny. You guys click on this stream because you know we're talking about GTA 6. You guys click on this stream because you know we're talking about GTA 6. And you come into the comments here. You come into the chat, and you say, we don't care about this game. Someone else is coming through. Who could it be?
Tyler Boy 19 super chatted $4.99.
That's what we love to see. Tyler is in the building.
No one does it better.
They really don't. We have the technology that no one else has. We have the creative vision that no one else has. We have the charisma, which no one else has. They don't come close, believe me. Tyler's in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense with a $5 super chat. That's what we love to see. Tyler is in the building. We got the lasers. We got the confetti here. Tyler is in the building and making a damn point here today. That's what we love to see. So now, as such, we're going to be flipping over to the acknowledgement board and adding you to the list here. So we have the three amigos that have assembled here today. It's Arthur Morgan. It's Lewis plowing through hard and strong. And now Tyler Boy 19 is in the building and making a damn point here today with that $5 super chat. And as such, we're going to be switching over to the acknowledgement board here today and getting you up on this list here in a way that makes sense. So we are back on the acknowledgement board. We have Arthur Morgan coming through, member for 30 months. We got Lewis in the building coming through hard and strong with that massive $20 super chat. And now Tyler Boy 19 is in the building coming through, and certainly coming through in a way that makes sense, and that's what we love to see. Tyler Boy 19 is in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see with that $5 super chat. So the three amigos have assembled. We got Arthur Morgan coming through, supporting the show in a way that makes sense with that 30-month membership. We got Lewis in the building, plowing through so hard and so strong with that $20 super chat. And now we have Tyler Boy 19 coming through with that $5 super chat. That's what we love to see, and that is the acknowledgement board thus far as we are live. Just 23 days away until the one-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. So just 23 days until the one-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. Arthur Morgan is stepping up to the plate here. We have just looked at this here, and it didn't play out for some reason. Arthur Morgan is coming through hard and strong, and that's what we love to see with the 1000 ARS. Arthur Morgan with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. We're glad we looked at that because it didn't play out. But as such, we will be updating the acknowledgement board. Arthur Morgan is coming through with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. And now Mark B is in the building. This is what we love to see. Mark B is in the building.
Mark super chatted $4.99. Meckley, you have forest and a pond in your backyard, bro. And yet, you always complaining about money. I can see that generation.
Hey, listen here, bud. You probably voted for Kamala. You don't have to tell me because it's not hard to tell. Okay? Which is fair. You know, if you voted for Kamala, you voted for Kamala. But I have to ask, how does it feel to be a part of the Losers Club? Whew, it must be so incredibly sad. You want to come out here, Mark B, and do this show? You couldn't do it because you're a nobody. But we do appreciate your $5. And as such, we're going to add Mark B to the acknowledgement board. Maybe that was a positive message, but I took it the wrong way, I suppose. And if so, I do apologize. Mark B is coming through. But more importantly here, Arthur Morgan with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. We're going to go ahead and update the acknowledgement board. Mark B is coming through. He's making a damn point. With his flapping gums comment there. It seemed negative, but maybe it wasn't, and I apologize if so. Nonetheless, Mark B is coming through here. He's talking about something about the woods out here in the backyard. I have no idea what he's talking about, but it must be very strong, whatever you're on. Mark B is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see. Mark B's in the building. Coming through, Tyler Boy 19 just came through. Lewis just made a damn point earlier in the broadcast with the $20 super chat. Current King of the Jungle and popping the cherry for the wave of super chats here. Arthur Morgan is coming through with that two-time Tony Hawk combo, and Arthur Morgan did kick the show off here with that 30-month member loyalty badge. 30 months, folks. That's not 2 years. That's over 2 years. Arthur Morgan, no bullshit, coming through so strongly. That's what we love to see with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. Coming through in a way that makes sense. Arthur Morgan is in the building here, and he's coming through so strongly. That's what we love to see. That messed up right there. We're going to try this again here. Arthur Morgan is in the building, and he's coming through so strongly. So a two-time Tony Hawk combo for Arthur Morgan, 30-month membership. That's what we love to see. Pure loyalty, no bullshit, no shenanigans. Lewis is in the building, and he's plowing through the sludge. Lewis is a great guy. Great mod. Always here supporting the show in the chat. We love it. Lewis is coming through so strongly. Current King of the Jungle and popping the Super Chat Cherry and setting the mood, the vibe, the tone of the atmosphere for the broadcast here when no one else could step up, mind you. Of course, Arthur Morgan did come through for the 30-month membership, and now he's coming through with the 2-time. But Lewis popped the cherry, hard and strong, and in a way that makes sense, with that $20 Super Chat. Tyler Boy 19 is in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Mark B's coming through, and he's flapping his gums, and that's what we love to see. So we have the 4 Horsemen are in the building now, right here. Okay? Look no further because the 4 Horsemen are in the building. We have Arthur Morgan. We have Lewis. We have Tyler Boy 19. And we have Mark B. These guys are making a damn point as they are the 4 Horsemen here. And as such, let's go ahead and get them that 4 Horsemen. Right there. The 4 Horsemen in the building here. We don't know how to type. We don't know how to spell. So you're going to have to give me one more moment here. 4 Horsemen here. Coming through so strongly. That's what we love to see. Someone else is stepping up to the plate. Who could it be?
Chinito Lopez super chatted $5.
Janito Lopez is in the building. That's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get a dub in the chat. Janito Lopez is in the building. And coming through in a way that makes sense with the $5 super chat, Janito Lopez is in the building and coming through. We do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get the fireworks out. Janito Lopez is coming through here and coming through, of course, in a way that makes sense. Janito Lopez with that $5 super chat. We were just updating the acknowledgement board. We just added the 4 Horsemen, and the 4 Horsemen include Arthur Morgan, Lewis, Tyler Boy 19, and Mark B. And now Janito Lopez is coming through with the $5 super chat. That's what we love to see. Janito Lopez is in the building here today and coming through in a way that we love to see. So let's go ahead and update the acknowledgement board here. And someone else is coming through. Mike is in the building here as well. This is what we love to see, and this is what we're talking about. Mike is in the building
Mike
and coming.
super chatted $5. It's about to be 12 months. No trailer 2. I don't like where this is going.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I just tried to talk about. We're losing daylight out here. We're going to go as long as we can, but once we lose daylight, it's hard to continue, I'll tell you that. But that's what we were talking about earlier, Mike. We were talking about the fact that if Rockstar doesn't have Trailer 2 for this year, this will be the very first time. And, of course, they could have screenshots. They could have something else. But they could have nothing. There's just a lot of what-ifs. There's a lot of it could be this, it could be that. We don't, of course, know. But what we do know is that in 23 days, the Trailer 1 anniversary is taking place. If Rockstar has nothing to show for then quite frankly, they may stay quiet for the remainder of this year. And that, quite frankly, is just ridiculous. So, again, we are at the acknowledgement board here. And Janito Lopez was coming through there. And we're going to add you to the list here, the acknowledgement board. Janito Lopez is in the building and making a damn point here. And that's what we love to see. So Janito Lopez is coming through. And he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Janito Lopez is in the building. And we also have Mike stepping up to the plate here. Mike is coming through hard and strong. And in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get to that yellow. Mike is coming through. Mike is coming through. And he's making a damn point. And if Rockstar has nothing to show for, then quite frankly, it's going to be hard to believe that this game is coming in 2025. And because Rockstar's never done this before. I know this seems typical for Rockstar, but quite frankly, it's not. Right? It's really not for Rockstar. And we have gone through why that's the case, but a lot of people don't want to listen in here. And really, that just could never be me. We have tried to tell people that that's the reality of the situation, and they just, quite frankly, can't get underneath it, right? They can't, quite frankly, figure it out. We need more viewers. We need more likes. We need you guys to get people in here, right? There's a lot of people that are waiting for this trailer. There's a lot of people that want to have a voice as we wait because no one else is live right now talking about this. You can't find one person on this planet, right on YouTube anyway, that's talking about this right now because it doesn't garner clicks, right? It really doesn't. So that's why they're not live talking about this because they want the clicks. They're not going to get the clicks with GTA 6 because right now they're waiting for that announcement. They're waiting for that tease from Rockstar Games. And as soon as that happens, these losers and these fake gamers and these cloud chasers, these cloud chaser goblins, they're going to come out of the woodwork and they're going to look at it and they're going to say they care. Well, they don't care because where were they for the last 11 months, right? Where were they for the last 11 months? They had nothing to say about this game. The only time they had something to say about this game was when it was relevant to the discussion. I was out here when literally no one else was talking about it live anyway, and we were covering it, and we're still covering it when it's a dead topic. And that's okay, because in just 23 days, we shall have our answer, and that's really going to be the cutoff point for me, because if Rockstar has nothing to show for in 23 days, well, then I don't know what to tell you. But it seems like this game is in not a great position, and that's unfortunate, but I will tell you that seems to be the case. So we're going to kick back over to the acknowledgement board as we have it fully updated here. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to kick back over to the acknowledgement board here. We have Arthur Morgan coming through, a member for 30 months, plus the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. This is how you set it off in a way that makes sense with that 30-month loyalty badge and that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. We love to see that. Arthur Morgan coming through, big W. Lewis is popping the cherry for the Super Chats. Lewis is in the building, and he's certainly making a damn point. Plowing through the sludge here, hard and strong, with a $20 Super Chat. Lewis is coming through so strongly and in a way that makes sense. We love Lewis. He's just fantastic. Tyler Boy 19 is in here, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see, continuing the groundwork there laid out by Lewis. Mark B is also tag teaming along here. Mark B is in the building, and that's what we have right here for the Four Horsemen. We have Arthur Morgan coming through. We got Lewis coming through. We got Tyler Boy 19 coming through. We got Mark B coming through. These are the Four Horsemen of today, that I can tell you. Arthur Morgan, Lewis, Tyler Boy 19, Mark B, the Four Horsemen. You're looking at them right now on the screen. We hope it's on the screen. Arthur Morgan, Lewis, Tyler Boy 19, Mark B, the Four Horsemen are in the damn building, and they're certainly making a point. Janito Lopez is in the building. He's coming through so strongly. We'd love to see that. Janito Lopez, big dub. And we got Mike in the building. Mike coming through so strongly and in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see. So again, Lewis coming through, Arthur Morgan, Tyler Boy 19, Mark B, Janito Lopez, and Mike. These are the folks that are coming through. They're coming through so strongly right here on the acknowledgement board, fully updated for those that are coming through and going above and beyond and supporting the show out here. We are just 23 days away, and the chat isn't working. They have yet to fix this. We are just 23 days away until the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. We need you guys to lock in. 23 days until GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary, and someone else is coming through. We got Spark Darksider in the building.
Sparky Darksider super chatted £5. I hope more people sub you for all your hard work and real content. Great gaming analysis as always, Michael. Clapping hands.
Yeah, well, we were the first. We were the first there for Cyberpunk. We were the first there for Starfield. We were the first to fly to a planet in Starfield. Alana Pierce copied the idea, and she got all the press and credit. But they can't be bothered to find the source of, who actually did it first, right? The gaming outlets don't want to cover world class. Very biased, that I can tell you. The fake news media, very biased. They don't want to cover world class. Who was the first to fly to a planet in Starfield? I was, and you can go ahead and do your research on that if you don't believe me. It's not me tooting my own horn. I was the first to fly to a planet in Starfield, and here's the thing. Unlike Alana Pierce, I actually flew the goddamn thing to the planet. I didn't just have it on and leave it running while I was sleeping, okay? So, and not only that, but we were, of course, there for Cyberpunk, and quite frankly, that's what we love to see. Coming through yet again with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Tyler Boy 19 is in the building, and that's what we love to see.
99
Woo!
Front-facing baby chick.
Let's go ahead and get the lasers out. Let's go ahead and get the fireworks out because we're coming through so strongly. Tyler Boy 19 is in the building and coming through with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Arthur Morgan as well with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Tyler Boy 19 is in the building today, and that's what we love to see. Tyler Boy 19 is coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. And, of course, Sparkle is coming through. I think that was his name. Darkside Sparkle or something like that. We'll have to go back and check. But Tyler Boy 19 coming through with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Darkside Sparkle coming through as well. And as such, we're going to go ahead and update the acknowledgement board here. You guys are coming through so strongly. The support is picking up. The hype train is assembling. And that's what we love to see. Just 23 days until the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. So Tyler Boy 19 is in the building here. And he's coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. That two-time Tony Hawk combo for Tyler Boy 19. We have Dark Sparkle in the building here today and coming through in a way that makes sense. Dark Sparkle is coming through so strongly. Dark Sparkle coming through in a way that makes sense. And that's who we have for the acknowledgement board, the updated acknowledgement board. We do appreciate this is a big W right here. We got Arthur Morgan coming through and really just setting the stage here. 30-month membership, two-time Tony Hawk combo, pure loyalty, no bullshit, no fuss. We love to see it. Lewis is in the building. Lewis is fantastic, and he's coming through so strongly, plowing through that sludge. Current king of the jungle and popping the cherry for these super chats, setting the mood, the vibe, the tone of the atmosphere. Lewis coming through so strongly. We do appreciate that with a $20 super chat. Tyler Boy 19 is coming through with that two-time Tony Hawk combo, just like Arthur Morgan. Two-time Tony Hawk combo for Tyler Boy 19. Mark B is in the building, and he's flapping gums. Janito Lopez is coming through. We love to see that. Janito Lopez is coming through. Mike is in the building, and he's certainly making a damn point. That's what we love to see as well. Big shout out to Mike. And Dark Sparkle is in here, and that's what we love to see as well. Dark Sparkle is in here and coming through in a way that makes sense. That is the updated look at the acknowledgement board. We hope that it is working on the screen. If it isn't working on the screen, then you guys need to let me know, because we don't have time to see if it's working or not. It should just work, and if it's not working like last time, then quite frankly, it's going to be a disappointment. But I will tell you, because we were writing your name down last time we streamed last Tuesday, right? We were writing your name down on the acknowledgement board, but it stopped showing up on the screen for some reason. So you guys couldn't see half of what we were drawing for you guys, and it was so sad. But I will tell you that I think we do have that today fixed. I think we have that fixed. So we're just 23 days. We need you to lock in, right? We need you to lock in. Why is it so hard for you guys to not be able to lock in on this conversation? If Alana Pierce were out here, she'd be making $500 a day, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. This is a free idea for Alana Pierce. Not that she needs more money. She lives in Southern California, right? The do-nothing Democrats, they don't need more money. But I will tell you, Alana Pierce, right? If she came out here, right? If Alana Pierce came out here and she did this exact same show, all the tables would be turned. Greatest show on the planet. Just so fantastic. We love it so much. Thank you so kindly. But, they can't be bothered to do that because they don't care, right? They just couldn't be bothered to care. But little old Michael comes out here, and you just can't resonate with the topic. You act as if he's talking in a language that you don't understand, which I'm not. I don't understand. We should have 500-plus people in here. This trailer is coming, and I know you guys don't care. And I know you guys can't get behind this because, well, Michael just says a lot of things. No, Michael knows what he's talking about. And quite frankly, it's getting boring, right? We don't want to always be right. And we're always right on these games. And it's really getting stale, I'll tell you that. Because we're going to get an update on this game. Because even if we don't get an update on this game, that is an update in and of itself. Because this game, and they'd love to have you believe this, that this game is coming supposedly in 2025. Well, how could that be the case when they have nothing to show for throughout the entirety of 2024? Well, you could argue, well, Rockstar's hard at work making this game. They don't necessarily need to promote it, especially if we know that's bullshit. The thing isn't, you have the biggest game on the planet, right? The biggest game on the planet, fall 2025. There's nothing. Where's the damn game, right? Where's the damn game? This is very unusual for Rockstar. And of course, there's two theories right now. The moon theory is the big one. We've talked about it. I don't really believe in that bullshit. But I will tell you that the moon theory, I believe the date for that is November 22nd on when the Rockstar might pull the curtain back on GTA 6, November 22nd. That is what the moon theory, I believe, talks about. But my theory is a little bit more logical, right? My theory is pretty straightforward, right? The trailer anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1, right? The anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1 on December 5th, 2024. That is when Rockstar should be pulling the curtain back on this game. December 5th, 2024. It's a pretty logical thing to get it through the head and understand that, yes, it would be appropriate for them and would make sense for them to talk about this game on the one-year anniversary of GTA 6 Trailer 1. Now, does that mean that Trailer 2 is going to automatically just pop out? don't necessarily think that that's going to be the case. However, with that said, if Rockstar doesn't acknowledge this game on the 1-year anniversary for Trailer 1, then in my opinion, that is a red flag. In my opinion, if Rockstar Games does not update us throughout the entirety of 2024, in my opinion, this game is not coming in 2025. And you guys are going to sit there and say, well, we knew that. No, you didn't know that. You didn't know that. Because just last week, Take-Two, the guy at Take-Two, I forgot what his name is, Strauss or whatever his name, he came out of the woodwork and said it's still on track for 2025. Now, how are we led to believe that when they haven't talked about this game since literally 2023? You have to understand they have not talked about this game since 2023. So how are we led to believe this notion that this game is still on track for 2025 when they've been literally silent for over, 11 months now? Of course, that could change, and we certainly hope it does in the coming weeks, right? We have 23 days until GTA 6 Trailer 1. 23 days until the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. If Rockstar doesn't celebrate that anniversary, then it's a red flag. Period, end of story. There's no moon theory here. It's logic. If Rockstar doesn't celebrate the highest viewed video game trailer of all time on its anniversary, then they have nothing to show for. They have nothing to say. If you think that Trailer 2, if you think it's a good thing that Trailer 2 is coming out potentially in January or February or what have you, this game isn't coming in 2025, right? The longer they hold out on this game in terms of updating us in any capacity, the likelihood of this game being delayed is growing by the day, okay? It's as simple as that. It's really not hard to break down. But we still can't wrap our head around this idea, can we? We still can't wrap our head around this idea. I was out here last week, almost 1 week, and we were covering the Take-Two press conference. We thought, well, maybe, and they did have an update. They really did. They said it was still on track for fall of 2025. They literally said GTA 6 is on track for fall of 2025, as far as they know, right? Doesn't mean a delay can't happen. Doesn't mean a delay, right? That's what they said, fall 2025. And they also said, and no one's talking about this, and this is bigger news to me, they also said that GTA Online, unless I heard this wrong, they said that that's decreasing. And I'm assuming revenue. Okay, so if you have, and let's just, I think I heard it right, GTA Online is decreasing in terms of revenue. That's not a great sign for Rockstar. And that's maybe what's needed, because if the revenue, because that's what they did a forecast. They saw that the revenue was seemingly decreasing for GTA Online. I think that's what they were talking about. Maybe it's player count, but I will tell you that the online, right, the online for GTA, you're not listening. Online for GTA, right? It's decreasing, right? The revenue for online in GTA is decreasing. Okay, well, that's a big red flag, right? How are they going to get people back in? Well, they can't. It's time to move on to something new. When they have the numbers going slowly but surely consistently downward trend, it's not a great sign. It's going to put them in a position where they're going to have to talk about this game and hopefully talk about it in a way that makes sense. How are we not understanding this? Why is it always a tough crowd in here? Why can't you guys come on here and say, you know what, Michael, you're making great points. I kind of agree. I'm going to hit that like button. I'm going to subscribe to the show. I'm going to tell my friends about this show. Why can't we have a crowd like that? Instead, we have a crowd that wants to go up and bat up against these points that are really great points. No one else is doing this game's coverage for you. You think anyone else would come out here in this weather and do this game's coverage? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. They'd rather sit in their basement and they'd play these irrelevant games that 5 people care about and say, oh, yeah, we want to watch you play this game. Well, that's fantastic. You want to watch me play your irrelevant game? You get your wallet out and start supporting the show in a way that makes sense. Start sponsoring the show in a way that makes sense. We'll play your favorite irrelevant game. We will, believe me. But until you can do that, we're not doing it. It's as simple as that. Because I'm not going to go out and buy this game that 5 people care about for 5 views. It's not in my best interest to do that. I'd rather cover this game because I know there's light at the end of the tunnel for this son of a bitch. And maybe it is later off than we think, but I will tell you that the 1-year anniversary is coming up. So we're locked in until then. That's on December 5th, 2024. So 23 days from now, we're locked in on GTA 6 coverage. If you can't handle that, I don't know what to tell you. GTA 6, December 5th, 2024, the 1-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. It's really that simple. We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense. Where is the support? We need you guys to hit the like button. We haven't even hit 100 likes. Oh, we have hit 100 likes. 100 likes, barely 200 viewers. I have over 106,000 subscribers. Where are these people at? They should all unsubscribe because, quite frankly, they're too lazy to click on the damn content. So why are they subscribed? From the Scooby-Doo video? I'm going to show you Scooby-Doo, okay? We're going to come out here as Shaggy, and I'm going to start eating fucking Scooby snacks. But the only way that we'll continue to do that is if the view count is where it needs to be. I'll come out here for 500-plus viewers, and we'll start eating Scooby snacks live on the air. That's fine with me. But if you guys can't be bothered to start participating in a way that Michael is live, you should stop. And really, I mean, honestly, if you're driving, you should pull over, and you should start just saying, wow, Michael's live. Let's hit that like button. I mean, you know, you're eating a sandwich at the restaurant. You're eating a sandwich at the restaurant. You know, you should put your food down and you should say, holy shit, Michael is live. We're going to hit that like button. You know, I mean, honestly, the king is live. No one else is on this level. World Class is on a whole different stratosphere. That's why you can't resonate with it, because Michael's out here, everyone else is down below. We're on that tower looking. We're looking down and they're looking up. It's really that simple. Maybe one day you'll fully appreciate this show. But right now, we couldn't be bothered. You couldn't be bothered. You just couldn't be bothered. And I'm right about this as well, just like I was right about. What game was I wrong about? You can't name one game that I was wrong about. I mean, you really can't. You go back and you look at the hundreds of videos that I put out for the last decade plus. You can't find one game that I was wrong about. You show me one game that I was wrong about. I wasn't wrong about any of these games. And, of course, it's a matter of opinion, but quite frankly, it's really not. Name one game that I was wrong about. When I was right about Cyberpunk, and you losers, especially on Reset Era, a bunch of losers over there, you know, they're still so down bad that Kamala lost, right? They're still so down bad that Kamala lost. But these losers on Reset Era, because I had Cyberpunk before a lot of people did. Right? Before a lot of people on YouTube anyway. And we were the first to really show that in a way that no one else did, right? Especially on console. And IGN used my footage. I was on USA Today. You guys missed out on all of that if you were just new. But I will tell you, and those are facts. That's not me tooting my own horn. I'm just speaking facts. I was on USA Today. I was on IGN. Okay. These are just facts. I can find the links if you want. But I will tell you that we were there when no one else was. And some people saw that. A lot of people did. We got a lot of views, right? But they still couldn't be bothered to say, you know what, this guy was right, we're going to click subscribe. They still couldn't be bothered to say, you know what, this guy is right, we're going to hit the like button. They still couldn't be bothered. They wanted to sit there and be combative. These people are done very bad. They're done very bad. And they were accusing World Class of faking the gameplay footage and not updating the game and all of this crap, because those updates are going to really change, right? It's not how game development works. These losers are so brainwashed, they think that one update's going to just totally change the whole game. That's not how it works. I mean, I'm not even a game developer, but I'll tell you what, it's not that hard to figure that one out. So that should have been our moment where people kind of came in here, and they came in here in a big way, right? We should have had 500 concurrent viewers every time we go live from 2020 on. But these losers still couldn't be bothered. And we were also there. What was the other game that we were there for? Starfield, right? We were the first to fly to a planet in Starfield. You don't have to believe me. It's on the internet right here. Okay, first to fly to a planet in Starfield. I did it before Alana Pierce, okay? Alana Pierce didn't play the game. I played the game. I spent how many hours? 2 hours flying to the moon, Earth's moon, right? That's a planet. That's what NASA says, right? It's a planet. Okay, where was our credit? Where was our coverage? Who was the first to fly to a planet? It wasn't Alana Pierce. The biased fake news, they couldn't say Michael Does Life was the first to fly to a planet. They had to go with Alana Pierce because they knew Alana Pierce was going to garner clicks and as such more ad revenue for these terrible websites and these journalists who don't do anything but complain about politics on Twitter. So they didn't want to go with World Class. They wanted to go with Alana Pierce. But who was the first to do it? It was World Class. You can't find one other stream before that date because no one else did it. I was the first to fly to a planet in Starfield, and that's a fact. But you guys can't be bothered to care because Starfield's 2 years ago, right? Well, that's fantastic. I'm just telling you that that's the level that world class is at. We're on a whole different stratosphere. We're looking down while they're looking up. It's as simple as that. That's not me tooting my own horn. That's not me patting myself on the back. That's me looking in the mirror and saying, look, we are the best in the world at what we do. And I'm glad that a few people can recognize it. But if you mean to tell me that you guys can't lock in here as we're just 23 days away until the 1-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1, well, then I don't know what to do for you. Okay? I'm not buying a PS5 Pro because you can't see the difference, especially when you're going live. The bit rate would be too low to even see the damn difference. The console is not worth the money. Okay? It's as simple as that. It will be worth the money for future games, because it's going to have extra headroom for those future games. Right now, it's not worth the money. That's the fucking review. I don't even have the PS5 Pro, but I can tell you that right now. Right now, does it make sense to buy the PS5 Pro? Because y'all want to talk about that. You know, oh, let's upload our... I'm done with this PS5 Pro crap. These losers came out of the woodwork. We're not going to mention names. I wish I could mention their names, but really, quite frankly, they're just a bunch of clowns. They don't deserve coverage. But they came out, you know, when was it, September? Whenever they announced the PS5 Pro. And these losers were saying they're not buying this console. Oh, we're not buying, these are content creators, mind you. Oh, we're not buying this console. We're not buying this console. Oh, they found out that there wasn't any games coming out to coverage, so they were lacking in, because Silent Hill 2 is done, right? Everyone's already discussed it. They had their little opinion on it. No one cares about that game. That was a Halloween game. It's over. It's done with. It's Christmas time now. There's no Christmas games. So, you know, the industry is, you know, Black Ops 6 came out. They talked about that for about 2 days. The losers did. Dragon Age came out. That was one of them woke fest games with woke themes all throughout. You know, they talked about that for about 2 days. Then Kamala, you know, everyone thought Kamala was going to pull it off and she was going to win. But, of course, it didn't happen. She lost so badly. Trump 2024. It's really that simple. So that's really the landscape of the last couple of months here for the games coverage. But I will tell you that these losers, they said they were going to buy PS5 Pro. Well, they said they weren't going to buy PS5 Pro, rather. And then the damn console comes out. They were starving for views. They were starving for clicks and attention. And these losers bought the PS5 Pro, and they went against their word, and they said, oh, we weren't going to buy it. We don't need the PS5 Pro. We have a great PC, right? We have a great gaming PC. We don't need the PS5 Pro. And then they go out and buy it when it comes out. Yeah, and they have their stupid opinion on it as if it really matters. There's no opinion on the PlayStation 5 Pro other than mine, okay? It's as simple as that. The console doesn't need to exist. It's redundant. You shouldn't buy it for $700. And in the future, however, that will change because the console is going to have extra headroom to perform better for those games that are more demanding of that hardware. So in the future, in about 1 year or so from now, it might make a bit more sense. But right now, there's no reason to go out and buy the PlayStation 5 Pro when you literally can't see a difference, and none of that matters in terms of gaming, right? This is why this industry is in the shitter, because they care about resolution, they care about frame rate, they care about ray tracing. None of that bullshit matters. Who's coming through? Georgie is coming through. This is what we love to see.
Georgie Cifuentes super chatted $5. Why is the hype over?
Well, last week we covered the Take-Two investor call, and all they said was that it was on track for fall of 2025, which I assumed that that's what they were going to say. So right now the hype has deflated yet again. But with that said, in just 23 days, it is the 1 year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. If we don't get an update then quite frankly, this game might be 6 feet under. And that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Because honestly, if you really want me to be honest, the hype died last year. Rockstar killed it right then and there. It was almost like they were contractually obligated to get this trailer out because they literally deflated all hype at the very end of the trailer. You can watch my initial reaction back in 2023. We had thousands of people watching, okay? But with that said, they deflated the entire hype right within that trailer on December 5th, 2023, when they said 2025 in 2023. Nobody cares. And that's when the hype deflated for me. They showed off this sizzle reel, MTV, Tom Petty, woke, this, that, and the third. And some people will argue that this game isn't woke, but they're not arguing about the game. They just want to sit there and be disrupted towards world class. They're not actually caring about the game. They just want to go against the grain. And it's really sad, very sad individuals. But I will tell you, Dave is coming through. That's what we love to see that. Dave is coming through. We got Georgie in the building. We got Dave in the building. He's in the winner's circle now, brand new member. That's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get to them lasers. And We do appreciate you for joining the winner's circle over here. Over 106,000 subscribers. Nobody's on this level in here. And that just couldn't be me. But I will tell you that Dave is a brand new member. Welcome to the winner's circle. And Georgie is coming through. And as such, we're going to go ahead and go over to the acknowledgement board and update it in a way that makes sense. Georgie is in the building and coming through. And we're going to go ahead and get you that balloon. Hello, Georgie. Georgie is in the building coming through in a way that makes sense. And as such, we're going to go ahead and get you that balloon. Look at this right here. Hello, Georgie. We're going to go ahead and get you that red balloon. Georgie is coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see. And we also have Dave coming through. Dave is a brand new member, and he's joining the winner's circle, youtube.com/MichaelDoesLive. And Dave is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get your red. I can't tell if that's red or orange. Can you guys tell me if this is red or orange? Because it's looking like it's not red, but it might be. So Dave is coming through. This is what we love to see. Dave is a brand new member, and that's what we love to see. Dave is coming through. Brand new member. Look at this right here. Dave is a brand new member. Now that's what we love to see. Coming through in a way that makes sense. Dave is a brand new member. Georgie's coming through. That is the acknowledgement board. And of course, we'll back the train up here. Arthur Morgan setting the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. And laying the groundwork here. Membership for 30 months, coming through with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. Lewis popping that super chat cherry. And helping set that, really laying that groundwork even further. And setting that mood, that vibe, that tone, and that atmosphere. Current King of the Jungle, Lewis, in the building and making a damn point with that hard and strong $20 super chat. No bullshit. Tyler Boy 19 in the building with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. And Mark B. And these guys are in the Four Horsemen Club for today's broadcast. Arthur Morgan, Lewis, Tyler Boy 19, and Mark B. They are the Four Horsemen. We have Janito Lopez coming through. We have Mike coming through hard and strong. We do love Mike. He's coming through in a way that makes sense. He was there for them Silent Hill streams. Very strongly. We do appreciate that. Dark Sparkle is in the building coming through. We got Georgie coming through in a way that makes sense with that red balloon. And we got Dave, a brand new member, coming through so strongly. That's what we love to see. That is the updated acknowledgement board. And hopefully you guys are seeing this. We assume that it is working. If it isn't working, then I don't know what to tell you. But it should be working this time around. We have 195 viewers. That's what it's showing on the screen here. We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense. Dub in the chat here. And we are just 23 days away from GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. If Rockstar has nothing to say or show for then quite frankly, this game might not be coming out in 2025. It's just common sense, right? Rockstar goes throughout 2024 with nothing to show for in regards to this game. How does anyone care about this game, right? Well, you can't get people to care because they've said nothing about this game. This game has hit the bottom of the ocean floor right next to the Titanic, and that's not where you want to be. This is the biggest entity in all of video. Who's going to resurrect GTA 6? Well, Rockstar's going to have to go down with that damn submarine, and they're going to have to resurrect GTA 6, which, of course, resides right there by the Titanic, bottom of the ocean floor. They're going to have to go down, Rockstar, with that submarine, and they're going to have to just pull it right back up because that's what's needed at this point. We're 23 days away until GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. If Rockstar has nothing to show for then, if they are going to stay quiet in 23 days, quite frankly, it is going to be a total disaster for this game. It's as simple as that. So that's what we're covering. That's why we're locked in. There's, of course, a moon theory going around that on November 22nd, that could be when Rockstar pulls the curtain back, and I hope that's the case because, quite frankly, Georgie's in here with a two-time Tony Hawk combo. Let's go ahead and look at this in a way that makes sense. Georgie is in here, and he's coming through.
Georgie Cifuentes super chatted $5. You mentioned PlayStation 5 Pro. What's wrong with it?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it does what it's advertised to do. You know, a lot of people say that it's a ripoff, but quite frankly, it's not a ripoff because it just works. But I will say that I don't think it's necessary, especially if you have a PlayStation 5. I don't think the PlayStation 5 Pro, it's a $700 console with a very minimal increase that, you know, boosts the frame rate and stability of certain games, you know, that are obviously optimized for it. I'm not really sure what it does. I don't have a PlayStation 5 Pro, but I've been looking at other people bark about the PlayStation 5 Pro. Some are saying that it's absolutely worth it. They're going against the grain, and some are saying that it's not an update that they necessarily see, and some are taking it back. But I will tell you that it's a future console, right? It's a console that Sony laid out right now. It might not make sense, but it's going to give developers that extra headroom in 2025 and beyond for these games that are coming out. We hope that there's games coming out, you know. Of course, Death Stranding 2 is a PlayStation exclusive, PlayStation 5 exclusive, and of course that's going to run best on PlayStation 5 Pro. And I would assume that GTA 6 will run best and look best and perform best on PlayStation 5 Pro. So with that said, right now there's not a rush. There's not a need to go out and buy the PlayStation 5 Pro in my opinion, but I will tell you that I think in about a year or so from now, I think the PlayStation 5 Pro will make a little bit more sense. And I think that might be the time to pick it up, especially as more games are optimized and enhanced for PlayStation 5 Pro. So I think that's really where it stands. So I'm not saying the console is bad. I just don't think there's necessarily a need or a want for it. But I think as we head into 2025, 2026, later on, you know, of course, we'll get closer to PlayStation 6, but the PlayStation 5 Pro might be a little bit, you know, that extra boost in GPU performance and power and the resolution upscaling that it does, the machine learning resolution upscaling, whatever they call that slop, because raw power doesn't exist anymore, so they have to just, you know, they have to do these machine learning tricks. It's really sad. Remember when they put out GPUs that were just capable of producing a raw 1080p image, right? It was able to do it. I don't know what happened, right? And then all of a sudden they have to come up with these AI machine learning tricks. It's crazy. So Georgie's coming through with this two-time Tony Hawk combo, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. That's what we love to see. We're going to go ahead and go back to the acknowledgement board. Georgie is coming through and making a damn point. This is what we love to see. Georgie's in the building here today, and he's coming through with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. And as such, we're going to go ahead and update the acknowledgement board right here with this two-time. Oh, that's not what we want. With that two-time Tony Hawk combo, Georgie is in the building and making a damn point with that two-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Dave, a brand new member. Dark Sparkle, Mike, Janito, Lopez, Mark B, Tyler Boy 19, Lewis, Arthur Morgan. These are the people that are coming through so strongly. Of course, we have the four horsemen, Arthur Morgan, Lewis, Tyler Boy 19, and Mark B. They are the four horsemen of today's broadcast. And we have acknowledged that. Janita Lopez in here. Mike, Dark Sparkle, Georgie with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. Dave, a brand new member. It's what we love to see. And we're losing daylight out here. It's getting colder. So we don't know how much you guys can handle this. We have tried to tell you the reality of the situation. We have tried to tell you guys to lock in a way that makes sense. But if you guys can't figure that out, then I don't know what to tell you. It's really that simple. It shouldn't be rocket science in here. It really shouldn't be rocket science. We got Dusty Rhodes in here. We have just looked at the support list here, and Dusty Rhodes is coming through. This one didn't play out. If something is playing out, if someone's coming through and it's not playing out, well, I guess I'm going to have to double check because we can't rely on you guys to let me know. But Dusty Rhodes is in here. We missed out on this one here. It didn't play out for some reason, but nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and update the acknowledgement board. Dusty Rhodes is in the damn building here today, and he's coming through with the $5 super chat. That's what we love to see. He says, I don't think Rockstar was even working on a game until the trailer. I honestly fucking agree. Now, obviously, these losers who think they have inside information in regards to what happens at Rockstar games, which of course they don't. But they want attention on the internet, so they'll just tell you anything. But these losers that think that they have inside information on these games, which they don't, but they would love. I mean, honestly, it just really feels like that. Dusty Rhodes is coming through. We're going back to the acknowledgement board, and we're adding Dusty Rhodes here. Dusty Rhodes is coming through. It's hard times, I'll tell you that. But Trump is in, so it's no longer Biden's economy, and hopefully Trump can get those prices down. So we have Dusty Rhodes coming through. That's what we love to see. Dusty Rhodes is in the building. And coming through in a way that makes sense with a $5 super chat. We do apologize for missing out on that one. It didn't play out. But we have you on the acknowledgement board for today's broadcast. Dusty Rhodes in the building here and coming through in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get a one in the chat. Let's wake you guys up. Should we do some karaoke? Because it's just me and you. You know, the normies can't be bothered to click on the show because we don't look like Brad Pitt and we're not a lot of Pierce. Really, those are the two. That's really where you have to be, right? And we're going to crank the audio up because I think that's another problem, too. I think you guys are it must be hard to hear. So we're going to go ahead and crank the audio up a little bit here. And Arthur Morgan is plowing through. Look at this right here. Arthur Morgan is plowing through and making a damn point here today. I mean, this is incredible. Gifting out 10 memberships right here. You guys need to get on your knees and start thanking Arthur Morgan in a way that makes sense. Arthur Morgan is coming through hard and strong. David is now a member because of Arthur Morgan. Look at this genuine support right here. This is fantastic. And just incredible to see. Let's go ahead and get you them lasers. Let's go ahead and see if this works. The confetti is rolling out here, and the fireworks are coming too. I'll tell you that right there. Boom. Arthur Morgan gifting that out. Chloe is a brand new member. David is a brand new member. Arthur Morgan is laying the groundwork here, unlike we've ever seen in quite some time. And that's what we love to see. 2-time Tony Hawk combo, 30-month membership, and now gifting out 10 memberships as well. This is what we love to see. Arthur Morgan is laying out that damn groundwork here today. It needs to be recognized, and it is going to be recognized as we switch over, as Andrew is now a member, thanks to Arthur Morgan, as we switch over to the acknowledgement board here shortly to recognize greatness that Arthur Morgan has displayed here today in terms of support by coming through, the first one to come through with that 30-month badge loyalty ship and that 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and now gifting out 10 memberships for those that are watching the broadcast, I believe. So Arthur Morgan is coming through so strongly and in a way that makes sense. It's nothing but dubs up in here, and we need you guys to lock in here. We got 3 layers on, folks. It ain't for show. You can look up the temperature for yourself. You want to come out here and do this show, you wouldn't last long. I'll tell you that, because it's cold out here. The cut-down clown is in here thanks to Arthur Morgan. These guys are coming through thanks to Arthur Morgan, so you guys need to appreciate that and acknowledge that. And once this plays out, we will continue in a way that makes sense. Arthur Morgan plowing through here and coming through in a way that makes sense. We're going to crack open the Baja Blast here, and once we do this, it will put a time limit on the show because this will go right through you, that I can tell you. We're going to switch back over to the acknowledgement board because Arthur Morgan plowing through here, 30-month membership loyalty badge, 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and now gifting out 10 memberships here. Unprecedented support. Arthur Morgan has decided to wake up here and really just smell that coffee. So we will be updating the acknowledgement board. Jamar, brand new member, thanks to Arthur Morgan. Woo. I mean, it just never ends. Look at the support. It's just so fantastic, coming through so strongly. And the visual effects are having a hard time here today, but that's okay because, it's cold out here and things stop working when it gets cold. John Morrison's in the building. That's what we love to see. Lead singer of the Doors. We got the lead singer of the Doors in here. My God. Georgie's in here with the 3-time Tony Hawk combo. It's what we love to see.
$5.
Woo!
I think PlayStation 5 Pro would be released with GTQ6 like a bundle.
Absolutely, and that would make the most sense for that. That's going to be the system seller right now. A lot of people. I mean, if you don't have a PS5 and you want to go that extra mile. Yeah, maybe pick up a PS5 Pro. But a lot of people at this point, especially since the damn thing has been out for 4 years, a lot of people have a PlayStation 5. But if you don't have a PlayStation 5 and you really have a keen eye for graphics and frame rate, and you have a great television to display that, and you want the best that money can buy, the PlayStation 5 Pro is your answer. No one is saying that the PlayStation 5 Pro sucks, but you really have to ask yourself, is it something that you really want or need? And the answer for most people is that we already have a PS5. We don't need another PlayStation 5 that has like a 10% increase in terms of what you can actually see on the fucking screen. And really, you have to have a great display to show that off. We can't even keep up. The acid complex is in here. I'm losing track of who's coming through.
$5. They're eating the dogs, pointing finger, Dog.
It's the saddest it's ever been, that I can tell you. The acid complex is coming through, and so strongly. We got to update this acknowledgement board. We got 3 people to update here, and we're going to have to go. We got Georgie with that my God. We got Georgie with the 3-time Tony Hawk combo. We got Arthur Morgan gifted 10 memberships, and we have the acid complex in here. I'm switching back. I'm switching right over now, because if someone else comes through, we're not going to be able to keep up, and we need to update this accordingly in a way that makes sense before we lose track. So we got Georgie coming through with that 3-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Georgie is in the building and making a damn point here. Oh, shit. We got the wrong color there. Why isn't this working? Well, we found a bug in the software here. Maybe not, but nonetheless, 3-time Tony Hawk combo for Georgie. Georgie's coming through with that 3-time Tony Hawk combo. We're going to scroll back up here because Arthur Morgan setting that framework here for this show. 30-month membership, no bullshit, 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and now gifting out 10 memberships. It's a huge dub for Arthur Morgan, and it needs to be recognized, and it will be right here. It's a huge dub for Arthur fucking Morgan as he's coming through so hard and so strong. Arthur Morgan, member for 30 months, 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and a huge dub for gifting out 10 memberships. And now we have the acid complex coming through, and in a way that makes sense. Coming through so strongly. The acid complex is in the building. That's what we love to see, coming through with that, I believe, $5 super chat. So fantastic. The acid complex is in here. Of course, Georgie with that 3-time Tony Hawk combo. Dave, a brand new member. Dusty Rhodes in here. Mike. Dark Sparkle, Janito Lopez. The 4 Horsemen are in the building, and they're certainly making a damn point, especially Arthur Morgan, the lead of the pack. 30-month membership, 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and a huge dub for gifting out 10 memberships, coming through in a way that makes sense. Lewis in the building, current king of the jungle, I believe. Lewis plowing through that damn sludge, hard and strong. Tyler Boy 19 with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Mark B, and someone else is stepping up to the plate. Who could it be? I swear, what the hell's going on? Who the hell is Snobby Robbie? Who the fuck? Molly is coming through hard and strong. We can't even keep up.
Molly Schleicher has just tipped $19.99
Holy shit!
through Super Chat. Michael.
She's plowing through hard and strong and in a way that makes sense. Holy motherfucking shit. Molly is coming through, and she's coming through so strongly. That's what we love to see. Molly, she loves. She's coming through so tremendously and making a damn point here today. Today's broadcast, just incredible support. Molly has rolled out the red carpet for the folks at home, and she's coming through very tremendously. She's coming through so strongly with that $20 super chat. It's certainly obvious that she loves. Molly is just plowing through so tremendously strong. We do appreciate that, sweetheart. With that $20 super chat, Molly is coming through in a way that makes sense. Hard and strong. Let's go ahead and get some motherfucking dubs up in the motherfucking building, because the support today and the hype train has certainly assembled in a way that makes sense. Molly is in here, and she's making a damn point as it's time to wake up and smell them roses. That's what we love to see. Molly is coming through so hard and so strong with that $20 super chat coming through, and in a way that makes sense. You guys need to wake up. I don't even know who just came through before Molly did, but we're going to have to go back. The support is so tremendous right now that we can't even keep up with the damn acknowledgement board, because someone else just came through. Snobby Robbie was coming through, and then Molly's just plowing through that sludge like Lewis did earlier, and coming through and making a damn point with them hearts and roses, as Molly, she loves, just coming through so tremendously, and that's what we love to see, coming through and in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get some dubs up in the motherfucking chat. Molly is laying it down, and she's coming through so hard and strong. And as such, we're going to go ahead and go back to the acknowledgement board and update it. I can't even keep up. You guys are not listening. I can't even keep up.
Mike super chatted $5. The problem with the PS5 Pro is that they used PS4 games to advertise it, not beating the PS5 not having games allegations.
Yeah, and really honestly, I mean, who really wants to play those PS4 games that you've already played about 5 times? You know, quite frankly, I mean, that just really could never be me. I think the fruits of the PlayStation 5 Pro might come to fruition a little bit more clearly when GTA 6 comes out and these future games in 2026, maybe and beyond, really start to maybe take the lead a little bit on that PlayStation 5 Pro. If you're a sucker for frame rate and resolution, if you need the best that money can buy, and I mean, the PlayStation 5 isn't a bad console, right? You're getting more. It's not going to perform worse than the original, I don't think. I don't think that's possible. But, you know, it's really about what do you need and really what is it going to provide for your experience. And more importantly, what television do you have, right? If you have an older television, is it really going to, you know, the size of the television screen? I mean, there's just a lot of factors, really honestly, a lot of factors that come into the play when you make a decision like that. You know, do you want to upgrade to the PlayStation 5 Pro? Is the software compelling enough for you to say, well, you know, I like this game right here, and they do have a patch for it, you know, that's really going to take advantage of that extra GPU, you know, power and that machine learning, upscale, whatever the fuck it's called, right? So that's really where it stands. But I think in the future, I think it might pull ahead and might make more sense. I think GTA 6 will be the showcase for the PlayStation 5 Pro, if I had to guess. And, of course, I could be wrong. We need to desperately update the acknowledgement board because so many people have come through just so tremendously strong here. And we're going to have to figure this out in a way that makes sense. So I think Snobby Robbie, I don't know what Snobby Robbie did, but Snobby Robbie has showed his name on the screen. We're going to say he's back in the membership club. We're going to say he came through with his membership badge. I'm not entirely sure. We didn't look over there. But I will tell you that Snobby Robbie was on the screen. So as such, we're going to go ahead and get you up in here. Snobby Robbie coming through. I believe that was a member message. Snobby Robbie is in the building. And that's what we love to see. Snobby Robbie is in the building. And then right after Snobby Robbie came through, Molly is plowing through so tremendously here, and that's what we love to see. Molly is coming through so hard and so strong, and what the hell was that? She's coming through so hard and so strong, and I can tell you this right here and right now. She certainly loves. Molly is coming through so tremendously. That's what we love to see. And coming through in a way that makes sense with that hard and strong $20 super chat. That's what we love to see. Molly is in the building and making a damn point here today. Coming through hard and strong. Molly in the building with that $20 super chat. I mean, it's just incredible support and a huge dub coming through, of course, in a way that makes sense. And just after Molly came through, we had someone else come through, and I don't remember who it was. It was Mike with the 3-time Tony Hawk combo, wasn't it? No, 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Mike was coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and that's what we love to see. Mike is in the building as well, and I believe that's the same color. Mike with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo and coming through in a way that makes sense. Incredible support here today. Georgie, I think we got Georgie update. I don't think it would. Georgie, we got Molly coming through so strongly and so tremendously with that heart, and she's plowing through. She loves that I could tell you. Molly is plowing through so hard, and she's coming through with that $20 super chat. Just incredible support right there. Snobby Robbie is in the building. I believe he had a member message, which we didn't read. Acid Complex coming through. Dusty Rhodes coming through. Dave is a brand new member. Look at that right there. Let's get a big W for Dave. Georgie is in the building with that 3-time Tony Hawk combo. Dark Sparkle is in here. Mike is in here with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Janito Lopez. And then, of course, we have the 4 Horsemen. Arthur Morgan really just plowing through in so many ways here. He's coming through with that 30-month loyalty badge. He's coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. And he's also coming through with that massive W, gifting out 10 members. That's just incredible support right there. We got Lewis in here coming through so strong, so tremendously with that $20 super chat. And he's got that crown because he came through so strongly earlier in the broadcast. We got Tyler Boy 19 coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Mark B in here flapping them gums. But nonetheless, they are the 4 Horsemen. We have Arthur Morgan, Lewis, Tyler Boy 19, and Mark B. And we scroll down, we continue. Janito Lopez, Mike with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Dark Sparkle. Georgie coming through straight from the sewer with the 3-time Tony Hawk combo. Someone else is coming through right now.
Sparky Darksider super chat.
That's what we love to see.
It's raining super chats today. Rain cloud.
It's
umbrella,
what we love to see.
smiley
And we're
face.
right there at your name, bud. Dark Sparkle. And we're a little off on that, but I think that should be okay. Dark Sparkle is coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and it's certainly raining super chats, and that's what we love to see. Dark Sparkle is in the building. Now with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo, Mike just came up with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo as well. Dark Sparkle is now in that club, the 2-time Tony Hawk Combo Club. Georgie's in the 3-time Tony Hawk Combo Club. Dave is a brand new member in the winner's circle here, and that's what we love to see. Dusty Rhodes is in the building. Acid Complex, Snobby Robbie with, I believe, that member message, and Molly She Loves coming through so tremendously strong. We do appreciate that. She's coming through so hard and strong, and that's what we love to see. Molly loves so tremendously. She's just plowing through so hard and so strong. So that's who we have. This is the updated acknowledgement board. The support is just tremendous here today. We are 23 days away, folks. We need you to lock in. We are 23 days away until GTA 6 Trailer 1. We are 23 days away until GTA 6 Trailer 1. We should have over 500 viewers. You know, I was a viral meme last year in 2020. Well, what year is it? Yeah, 2020. What year is it? It's 2024, right? Yeah, it's 2024. So last year, we had to think about that. That's really sad. 2023 was last year, right? Okay, 2023, we were a viral meme. We had millions of these leeches. Yeah, these leeches, you know, they wanted to suck up all of those views and all of that. These cloud chaser goblins, you know, they wanted to take my content and, you know, get their millions of views and then pretend like it was their show, but it wasn't their show. It's really sad. They did me dirty, but I tell you this, we're standing very strong because the support shows that. So, you know, they can sit there and they can take the videos and they can get, you know, take the viral meme and make their funny content with it, but it really wasn't funny, I'll tell you. What the hell is going on here? The Acid Complex is coming through so strongly here, and let's see what he has to say. He's a brand new member as well. He's joining Dave in the winner's circle here. We're going to have to go back to the acknowledgement board, and someone else is coming through, and it's not playing out. And look at, we already have that. So Sparky Darksider came through. We have the Acid Complex, brand new member as well. We're going to go ahead and update that. He's joining Dave in the brand new membership club for here today. And as such, we're going to go ahead and jump over to the acknowledgement board and update it accordingly. And as such, look at this right here. So Dave is a brand new member. Welcome to the winner's circle. And joining Dave is the Acid Complex. And that's what we love to see. The Acid Complex is in here and making a damn point. He's joining Dave here. And we're going to go ahead and match that color up. And boom, we just did that. And as such, new member for the Acid Complex coming through in a way that makes sense. And that's what we love to see. Brand new member. He's joining Dave. The Acid Complex. It's what we love to see. Acid Complex is joining Dave. Brand new member coming through, of course, in a way that makes sense. And someone else is stepping up to the plate. Who could it be? Jean-Claude Van Damme is in the building with the $12 super chat. Let's go ahead and get a dub right here, right now. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
GTA 6 delayed. The game is too woke for Trump. Bear.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Bear. Lightning showers, lightning showers, lightning showers, lightning showers, lightning showers.
Let's go ahead and get that confetti out right here. Let's go ahead and like the stream. Let's get the fireworks going. We need you guys to lock in, and especially in a way that makes sense. Jean-Claude Van Damme is in the building here today and making a damn point with that $12 super chat. That's what we love to see. And, of course, we heard from Rockstar Games just a few years ago, I believe, and I don't have the article in front of me, but I think we heard, why are there not more people in here? You guys need to start inviting the GTA 6 people in here and get them in here in a way that makes sense, because this is getting shut up! I'm trying to talk. This is my show. Quit spamming emojis, you stupid idiot. It's time to put the fries in the bag, because that ain't ever going to be me. Jean-Claude Van Damme is coming through in a way that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and update the acknowledgement board. Jean-Claude Van Damme is in here and making a damn point here today. The hype train has just certainly assembled here. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Let's go ahead and get you that pumpkin orange. We can't even keep up. I don't know what's going on. Jean-Claude Van Damme. We can't spell. We can't keep up.
Georgie Cifuentes super chatted $5. We should get trailer 2 for GTA 6 soon.
Well, we certainly should, and I'll tell you that we're 23 days away from GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. You see, GTA 6 Trailer 1 came out December 5th, 2023, and next month, of course, is December. It will be almost an entire year, and hopefully Rockstar has something to show for, because at this point it's getting utterly ridiculous. Georgie is coming through hard and strong with the highest Tony Hawk combo of the broadcast. 4-time Tony Hawk combo for Georgie, and that's what we love to see. Why did that just turn green? I have absolutely no idea. But Georgie is coming through with that 4-time Tony Hawk combo and coming through in a way that makes sense. With the highest Tony Hawk combo of the broadcast, Georgie is in the damn building and coming through so tremendously strong. That's what we love to see. With the highest Tony Hawk combo of the broadcast, Jean-Claude Van Damme just coming through, and Molly plowing through, and she's rolling out that love red carpet that I can tell you. And she's coming through so tremendously strong. She loves. Snobby Robbie is in the building. We don't know what he said. He might have said something fantastic, but we didn't have a chance to read it. Acid Complex, a brand new member. He is joining Dave, brand new member as well. That's what we love to see. Dusty Rhodes is coming through. Georgie with the highest Tony Hawk combo of the broadcast thus far. Straight from the hello, Georgie. Dark Sparkle is in here with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Mike is also up in here with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo club. Janito Lopez is in the building. And we have the 4 horsemen right here. We have Arthur Morgan coming through in various ways. This is incredible. 30-month membership, really just setting that tone right there. And someone else is coming through. We can't even keep up. Who the hell was that? Who the fuck's coming through? Vordea is coming through. Let's go ahead and see what this says over here. This is all locked up over here. The whole web page is sucking up RAM. YouTube's got to fix this because this is ridiculous. Vendetta Vandea, a member for 9 months. You're Demetrius Trump. Well, he changed his name. So we're gonna put you down as Demetrius Trump because I'm not gonna be able to remember that. Demetrius Trump is a member for 9 months. That's what we love to see, coming through so strongly. We, of course, Demetrius Trump. He had President Trump on the line a few shows ago. I think it was about 2 or 3 shows ago. Demetrius Trump. We had President Trump on the show. It was just so fantastic. A member for 9 months. That's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get this chat. Why is the chat not moving? I just refreshed the chat. We got a great show here. And I don't know what to tell you people. Okay, we're going to address this clown. We don't usually address these losers in here. But Songwriters Behind the Curtain podcast, you just donated $500 to the show like maybe a week or so ago. And now you're calling me. You're saying I'm having a mental breakdown. What were you doing with $500? You were giving it to me. So who's really having the mental breakdown? I think it's you. We'll go ahead and get you up out of here because you're running your mouth and not in a way that makes sense. Believe me, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you got to figure that one out. But Demetrius Trump is coming through so strongly. That's what we love to see, and coming through in a way that makes sense. So we're going to update the acknowledgement board. We could barely keep up here today. Jean-Claude Van Damme in the building here, and we're going to come over here. We're going to pick the color, and we're going to go with this lime green here, and Demetrius Trump is coming through, and we can't even figure this out. Demetrius Trump is coming through. Demetrius Trump is coming through. That's what we love to see. Demetrius Trump is in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense. Demetrius Trump is in the building here. We could barely keep up. And if we are missing someone, we will try and go back and figure that one out. And hopefully it's working. We don't know if it's working. Last time it stopped working, but we certainly hope that this one is working here today. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat. We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense. We've been live for nearly 2 hours here. Actually, not even that. What the fuck? Well, it feels like we've been live for 2 hours out here, and you guys we're losing viewers. We should be gaining viewers. People are getting off work. They're getting off school. They should be watching this. This is the only channel they should be watching. They shouldn't be watching these losers on this planet, on this platform, because quite frankly, they don't deserve your view. I deserve your view because I'm the best in the world at what I do. No one has I mean, really, honestly, no one's on this level. You're watching, Elvis Presley before Elvis Presley got famous. Really, honestly, that's who you're watching. That's the level of greatness. That's really the level of greatness that we're at. We're like Elvis on stage, but you guys can't see Elvis on stage. You should be able to see Elvis on stage because, quite frankly, that's the level that's the caliber of this show. I mean, we're the ultimate entertainer. No one else is on this level. We have the best games journalism that no one else can provide you with. We do unique looks at video games. We're highly entertaining. We get millions and millions of views. I mean, really, no one else is on this caliber. This is the most unique show that's ever been. And it's not egomaniac. It's just the numbers speak for themselves. We can look at the stats. We can show you the views. We can show you we can show you it all. But if you don't believe, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to try and sit here and say, well, this is what you should like. But really, honestly, you should like the show, and you should start liking it and start saying, well, Michael's live, and put your sandwich down for 1 minute and start coming over here and really just getting on your knees and bowing down to the best in the world. I mean, really, honestly. So Demetrius Trump, the last person to come through, and Dave is stepping up to the plate. This is what we love to see. Dave is in the building and coming through so strongly. Holy motherfucking shit.
World class.
Exactly. That's that. I mean, Dave is coming through, a brand new member, and now he's coming through. Well, he's coming through with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't know if you came through and then you also became a new member as well. I think that's the case. We're going to go ahead and give you that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Dave is in the building coming through and just speaking sense with that world class, because that's what we are, world class. Nobody's on this level. Dave is coming through so tremendously. That's what we love to see. Dave is in the building and coming through so strong. And as such, we're going to go ahead and go back to the acknowledgement board and get this updated here. Dave is a brand new member, and Dave is coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Dave is in the building here today, and he's coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo and a brand new membership as well. This is truly what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get a dub for Dave. Dave is in the building, and he's coming through so hard and so strong, believe me. Dave is plowing through here today and coming through in a way that makes sense. We got a lot of people in here. Just tremendous support. The hype train is certainly assembled here today. As you guys have continued, we're losing daylight, folks. We're going to have to wrap this up pretty soon, probably within the next 20 minutes or so. You can see the sun right there. That's the sun. And really what happens, if I remember from school, right, the earth is rotating, right? I think that's how this works, right? So the sun isn't moving, right? I don't think anyway. Maybe that's moving too. I'm not sure. I don't think that's really honestly, you don't need to know this information, but they pretend like you need to know this stuff as if you're going to go to space one day. You're not going to go to space. Just know that the sun comes up and goes down every day. But, quite frankly, something's happening with the position of the earth or the position of the sun. It could be both. I'm not sure. But something is moving, and that's why the sun is it's going down. Now, what's really moving the earth? Well, sometimes you wonder. So we are just 23 days away. We need you guys to lock in here. We need you. All right, we're cracking open the Mountain Dew because we didn't do this earlier, and now we're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do it because people in here are just not listening, and at this point, we got to have a refreshment. We are just 20. Where is the viewership at? We had over 400 viewers last week, and now you guys don't want to participate. But as soon as this trailer does come out, these clowns will come right back up in here and be like, oh my God, Michael, trailer 2 is out. What's your opinion on it? As if you cared. Where were you? That's going to be my question. When this trailer comes out, we might make a new list, and we might start saying, where is this guy? Where is that guy? Where are these people at? Because all of a sudden they come back up in here when the viewership is higher. What does that tell you? Well, that tells you that they're fake Rockstar Games fans. That tells you that they're fake fans of GTA 6. They couldn't care less about this game. They only care when it's convenient for them to care, when it's convenient for them to drive their brand forward and upward. Okay? That's the fake gamer mentality. That's the toxic positivity on YouTube.com in the video game culture scene. It's really that simple. How many people do you have coming out of the woodwork and actually going against the grain? You don't have that many people. And if you do, they're not that popular. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I'm going to be right about GTA 6 and everyone else, and I told you this before, when the game comes out, and we just heard a bunch of rumors. We heard a rumor that the game is going to be mind-blowing from a former Rockstar dev. They're not allowed to talk about it, believe me. So I don't know what the hell that bullshit is. But if you really think, hold on. I would have to, to be fair, I would have to look at the article. But there was an article about a week or so ago, maybe less than that. And it was apparently a former Rockstar, a GTA 6 dev, talking about how the game is going to be mind-blowing. The guy's full of shit, okay? If you don't think that guy signed an NDA, the guy's full of shit. He's looking for attention. He's just saying the most vague, obvious things. The guy can't talk about GTA. If the guy really worked on GTA 6, he's not allowed to talk about it. I mean, these losers will buy anything, hook, line, and sinker, right? The guy didn't work on GTA 6, or if he did, he's just making shit up. He signed an NDA. He ain't allowed to talk about it. That's how it works. So I don't know what you guys are looking at. I'm about ready to Google this because it's starting to make me mad. How you losers are, it's ridiculous is really what it is. I've already explained the PlayStation 5 Pro situation. I mean, I would have covered it if it garnered views, but because everyone else got a shitload of views on the PlayStation 5 Pro coverage. And that's why they went out and bought the console. I'm not going to name names, but I saw at least 3 channels that I'm pretty sure said that they weren't going to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro back in September. Back in September, these clowns, they came out of the woodwork and they said, we're not buying the PlayStation 5 Pro. So here we are in November. There's nothing else to talk about. Coverage has ran dry of Silent Hill 2 and Dragon Age and all these topical games, flavor of the week. Okay, so now these clowns that at one point said, we're not going to buy a PS5 Pro, they went out and they bought a PlayStation 5 Pro, and now they're saying either it's great or it's terrible, but they said they weren't going to buy it. That's the point. Now they went out and bought it. I don't need to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro to know that that's not worth it. Right? If you don't have a great television, there's no point to buy the damn thing. Like, in fact, if you have a base PS5 and your television is kind of like old or a little outdated, maybe it's best to upgrade that first, and the games are going to pop a lot more on. The display is the most important factor, right? If you have a crappy display, or you want to upgrade to an OLED or what have you, in my opinion, that's going to be a bigger upgrade. Upgrading the display is going to be a more, even with the base PS5, is going to be a bigger factor, right? The display is king. So sure, the hardware is able to do a little bit more on the PlayStation 5 Pro, but if your display isn't going to fully take advantage of what the base PS5 can do, there's no point in upgrading to the PlayStation 5 Pro. So maybe look at a upgrading either your monitor or television if that's needed, because I think that would be a more crucial update than buying a PlayStation 5 Pro, at least at this point in time. Because right now, the only thing that's really... Okay, the chat is totally dead. I have to wrap this show up. Unless this is glitching, I'm going to refresh this. If you guys can't move the chat, we're going to wrap it up. I'm not going to sit out here in the cold weather when you guys can't be bothered to even move the chat. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is why I didn't look at the chat the whole time. See, I haven't been looking at the chat, and that's why we missed some people on the acknowledgement board, because I knew the chat wasn't working, or moving, rather. But now that I'm looking at the chat, it's at a complete standstill, just like this water behind me. And I'm going to tell you what, that's how the bacteria grows, okay? There's so much bacteria in this water behind me, it's not even funny because the water's not moving, right? Pretty sure that's how that works. So if you guys can't move the chat, well, then the show is going to suffer as such, right? It can't be just 2 people moving the chat. That's ridiculous. There's over 160 people in here, which there should be a hell of a lot more. We should have 400-plus viewers right now. This is prime time season to get locked in here. Stalker 2 is coming out. When is Stalker 2 coming out? That's coming out soon. We might cover that. I saw some gameplay. It looked okay, at least for a Game Pass game. I didn't have anything to gripe about. So for a Game Pass game, that's what it's on, right? we'll definitely take a look. So Stalker 2 is coming out, I believe, this month, right? Stalker 2. I don't know when that's coming out. We're gonna definitely take a look at that. I did forget about that game, but I just remembered that they put out some gameplay trailers, and that is coming hopefully soon, right? Probably within the next couple of weeks, right? So we'll try and cover Stalker 2, as that looks like it's an interesting, at least Game Pass game. But that's the only game that I can think of in terms of coverage. Unless you know a game that's coming out that I don't remember. But Stalker 2, I think, is the big one here. Yeah, it's a Game Pass game. It's a Game Pass game. You know, I was going to say let's do some karaoke, but that's just too much content. Should we do some karaoke or no? Should we do? They're honking their horn as if they're going to come over here and support this show. They're not going to do it, so it's time to stop. Quiet on the set. Unbelievable. I mean, these people have the audacity to come over in here and honk their horn as if their opinion matters. But it really, that's what we're. Dr. Blitz is coming through, and he has something to say. I bet this guy bought the damn PlayStation 5 Pro and the fucking.
Has just tipped
what the hell is this guy bought? Here we go.
Through Super Chat. Been playing the PS5 Pro enhanced Resident Evil 4. U3 cut.
Wait, that's what you're playing on that garbage? You're playing Resident Evil 3 Remake? Wait, Resident Evil 4 Remake? Really? Okay, so what are the improvements? Is it 120 frames? Like, here's the thing, too. If it doesn't... Dr. Blitz is plowing through so hard and so strong with that massive $20 super chat. Dr. Blitz is in the building coming through. I knew you bought the PlayStation 5. What else came out? Did you get that Mac Mini, too? The little Mac Mini? I mean, they really shrunk it down. And that plays Resident Evil 4 Remake, too. Probably not at the PlayStation 5 Pro rate, but nonetheless, I mean, in that form factor and that low power usage, I mean, it's really a marvel. Dr. Blitz is coming through so strongly with that hard and strong $20 super chat. You love to see it coming through in a way that makes sense. Dr. Blitz is on top of things. He's got that PlayStation 5 Pro. And if you guys have any questions about the PlayStation 5 Pro, I mean, I don't know if he's open to answer them, but he does have a PlayStation 5 Pro, and he would know more than me because I don't have one. So, you know. And, you know, I'm assuming Dr. Blitz has just a fantastic television display as well. Dr. Blitz is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense, so tremendously strong. With that $20 super chat, if this isn't going to wake the chat up, I don't know what will. But Dr. Blitz is plowing through here today, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. We're going to go ahead and go to the acknowledgement board and update it in a way that makes sense because Dr. Blitz is plowing through hard and strong with that $20 super chat. Just great support, tremendous support here today. And Dr. Blitz is coming through in a way that makes sense. We're on the acknowledgement board, and we're going to update it accordingly here. Dr. Blitz coming through. Let's go ahead and get your red. Dr. Blitz is in the building, and really just, you know what, let's go ahead and get you purple because you like the Joker. Well, here's what we're going to do. Since you came through so hard and strong, we'll go the extra mile. We'll go Joker green for Doctor, and then for Blitz, we're going to go purple because that's what the Joker wears. So right here, this is what we're talking about. Dr. Blitz is coming through so strongly, and that's what we love to see. Dr. Blitz is in the building with that hard and strong $20 super chat. Let's go ahead and give you a star. Dr. Blitz is in the building and making a damn point here today. It's what we love to see. We really can't even keep up. I don't know what's happening, but we have no screen on the other. What the hell is happening here? Okay, let's go ahead and try that star again. I'm not liking that star. And that's what we're talking about. Dr. Blitz coming through and coming through in a way that makes sense. Okay, we don't know how to use this. Dr. Blitz is coming through so tremendously strong. That's what we love to see. In the building here today. And we'll go ahead and drag that down closer to your name. There we go. Dr. Blitz coming through so tremendously strong. And the Joker just went off. And let's see what that was all about. The Joker just came through here. 15-month membership. Dr. Blitz is in the building here. Dying Light 2 and Resident. Hold on, right here. This is Dr. Blitz. That's the Joker. He just came fucking through. We just saw that. We just got you up on the acknowledgement board. And Dr. Blitz is a member for 15 months. That's what we love to see. He's got a PlayStation 5 Pro. He's got more than that, right? He got the 4090. He got the PlayStation 5 Pro. Hell, he probably bought that something else came out too. There's just so much stuff coming out. Dr. Blitz, member for 15 months. This is what we love to see. Dying Light 2 and Resident Evil 8 look good for a console. 80 frames with ray tracing. That is, I mean, really honestly. So for let's not get into that whole discussion, but I mean, the value is there. I mean, it really, 700 is steep for a video game console, but if you really care about frame rate and you want the best that money could buy on the console side, obviously the PlayStation 5 Pro is the way to go. And 80 frames on Resident Evil 8 and Dying Light 2 with ray tracing on, that sounds actually, that's the definitive version of those games on console anyway. So that's what we're talking about. Dr. Blitz is in here, member for 15 months. That's what we love to see. We're going to go ahead and update the acknowledgement board. Dr. Blitz coming through. That's why the Joker went off, because Dr. Blitz is the Joker, and he's coming through so strongly. So we'll update this right here. Member for 15 months, rather. Dr. Blitz is coming through in a way that makes sense. It's what we love to see. It doesn't want to work with me here. There we go. Dr. Blitz, member for 15 months. That's what we love to see. Just tremendous support coming through so strong with that hard and strong $20 super chat. Dr. Blitz is in the $20 super chat club. Molly is in the $20 super chat club. She's coming through hard and strong, and she certainly loves. And who else came through in that $20 super chat club? Lewis, earlier in the broadcast, Lewis came through. So I believe there's about 3 people in the $20 super chat club. Lewis, Molly, and Dr. Blitz. That's what we love to see. Coming through so tremendously strong. We need you guys to lock in here. So Dr. Blitz has the PlayStation 5 Pro. And if you guys have any questions about that, I'm not sure if he's willing to answer them, but he does have the console. I don't have it, so, But I think what I said still holds true. I mean, if you don't have, I think upgrading your display, if you have an older display and it doesn't, I think that would be the first point, stepping stone, right? You got to have a great display. That's the key factor, right? If you get a PlayStation 5 Pro and your display doesn't do 120 hertz or anything like that, I mean, quite frankly, I think the display is more of an important upgrade. You have a great quality, you have a great panel. It's going to make the games pop even on the standard PlayStation 5 Pro. So I think really a lot of people, I think that's really what needs to be focused in on, is if you don't have a great display or you have an older display and you want to upgrade, I think that might be the way to go, and get a good quality display. OLED, really, those are expensive, but really just fantastic. And then maybe look at the PlayStation 5 Pro in the next year or so and beyond, because that's obviously Sony's flag. No one is saying the argument right now doesn't make sense. The only thing people are arguing is they're poor. I mean, really, honestly, I hate to say that, but it's just so true. It's not that the product isn't bad. The PlayStation 5 Pro is not a bad product. Sony didn't put out a bad product. The people that are whining and complaining, they can't change their pants, right? They shit the britches. They got poop in their ass. They can't change their underwear. And they're complaining to Sony. They're complaining to Sony as if it's Sony's problem that they can't afford it. So Sony made a product. It works. It does what it's advertised to do. It's not a bad product. It's the best that money can buy on console, right? On PlayStation, the best PlayStation console ever made. There's no denying that. But it's either you have the $700 or not, and it's either do you want this or not. So there's no argument in the sense that the PlayStation 5 Pro is bad, because it doesn't exist. The product isn't in and of itself bad. You could argue it's not worth the money. You can argue the difference is very minuscule. And it could very well be for most people. But regardless, the product in and of itself isn't bad. Do you need it? Do you want it? Those are two other questions that you have to ask yourself. When GTA 6 comes out, whenever this game does see the light of day, the PlayStation 5 Pro is probably going to be the console to get. Unless Xbox has an answer. But who buys an Xbox in 2024? I'm not buying Xbox's next console, right? It's not happening. Because they don't make games, right? Stalker 2, we'll play that on Series X. We have Series X. But they don't make games anymore, and you can play the games anywhere, right? You can play it on your PC, wherever you need. So why we have an Xbox, not sure why we still have that thing, because the output of game, what was the last Xbox exclusive? They don't even make it, they don't even make exclusives. It's all on PC. So if you have a gaming PC, you don't need a Series X, unless you, I guess, love the portability of the console. Because, the console, Series X is obviously more portable than your gaming PC. Oh, man. Well, we're going to have to wrap this one up soon, I believe. It's getting the sun has completely gone down here. It's getting a lot cooler out here, that I can tell you. And the chat is not moving to the rate that which we would like. And I told you guys this is going to be a hard conversation until once Rockstar pulls the curtain back on this, y'all are going to come right back up in here. We're going to have 300-plus viewers at least. We should have way more than that, but I think it'll settle around there. 300-plus viewers, because, they can't be bothered to look at a face that isn't Brad Pitt or their favorite, right? So, but when Rockstar Games, they pull the curtain back on this, you guys are going to come right back up in here and be like, oh, yeah, I was looking forward to this game. No, you weren't, because you weren't in here discussing it. I care about this game. There's a lot to break down. There's a lot to dissect. There's a lot to talk about in terms of what it could be, what it couldn't be. There's a lot to dissect in terms of the Rockstar of today versus the Rockstar of the old. The talent, the key talent not being there, the wokeness, the woke themes that this game, this game is now releasing in Trump's presidency, right? And Rockstar actually talked about that in the past, and I forgot what they said, but we'll have to look into that even, because there's just a lot of factors here with this game. This is just, but a lot of people can't break it down. They just can't break it down. Well, you guys missed me, but where's the viewership at? We should have 350-plus viewers, right? This is prime time. We have 23 days left, and you guys still can't hold out on that. Now, granted, that is a little ways away, but when that anniversary rolls around here, Rockstar is going to pull the curtain back, because, quite frankly, if they don't, well, it ain't going to make much sense. We have been live for 2 hours, and I think it's going to be time to wrap it up. So we're going to go for another minute or so, and then I think we're going to wrap it up. We'll have one final look at the acknowledgement board. But right now, the viewership is going backwards. It should be getting higher, but it's going backwards, right? They can only handle about 30 minutes of world class, and then they dipped out. It's really a sad situation. But we are approaching the 2-hour mark, and we will be more than likely wrapping it up here, as it's getting really chilly out here, that I can tell you. And we have 3 layers on, folks. If you don't believe me, we'll show you. We got 3 layers on right here. We got the hoodie, or we got the T-shirt right here. Okay, we got the T-shirt, we got the hoodie, we got the light jacket, and we got the heavier jacket here. We got 3 layers on. So we are approaching the 2-hour mark here, and as such, before we wrap this one up, we are going to go ahead and go back through for one final time the acknowledgement board, the folks stepping up to the plate and going above and beyond here today and supporting the show in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and go back to the acknowledgement board and do one final look. So Arthur Morgan really just laying the framework here and coming through in 3 different ways. He's coming through with that 30-month loyalty badge, that 2-time Tony Hawk combo, and a huge dub for gifting out 10 memberships. That's what we love to see. Lewis plowing through the sludge and coming through hard and strong with that $20 super chat And that's what we love to see. So tremendously strong. Lewis in the building and making a damn point. Tyler Boy, 19, coming through with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. And Mark B in the building, flapping gumps. They are the 4 horsemen. Arthur Morgan, Lewis, Tyler Boy, 19 with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. And Mark B, 4 horsemen in the building. And it continues here. Janito Lopez is in the building. Mike with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Dark Sparkle joining Mike with that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Georgie, the highest Tony Hawk combo of the broadcast. Georgie's coming through with that 4-time Tony Hawk combo straight from the sewer. Hello, Georgie. Dave is a brand new member, and he's also coming through with, I believe, that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Dusty Rhodes in the building. The Acid Complex is coming through, and a brand new member as well. He's joining Dave as a brand new member. Snobby Robbie with the member message. Molly, she's coming through so tremendously strong. And it's really just so fantastic. Molly, she loves. A big heart to Molly. She's coming through so tremendously strong with that $20 super chat. Just unprecedented support. She loves. I love. It's so fantastic. Jean-Claude Van Damme is in the building. We love to see that as well. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Why is this going black on me? Demetrius Trump is coming through. That's what we love to see as well. And last but certainly not least, look at this right here. The Joker himself, Dr. Blitz, is in the building here. 15-month membership and coming through hard and strong with that $20 super chat. A huge dub for all that have come through and went above and beyond here today for today's broadcast. Dr. Blitz, last but not least, coming through hard and strong with that 15-month membership, and he's got that PlayStation 5 Pro. So there you have it right there. That is the acknowledgement board here for today's broadcast, and we certainly hope you enjoyed. We do appreciate that, and we thank all of those who have come through. We are just 23 days away, and we know that's hard for you guys to wait, but we are just 23 days away until GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. The big question right now is Rockstar Games going to update us in between the 23 days or in 23 days from now? We obviously don't know, but we certainly hope that they do pull the curtain back on GTA 6 in just a matter of 23 days or less because, well, that would make a lot of sense, right? They would want to celebrate and acknowledge the 1-year anniversary of GTA 6 Trailer 1 in 23 days on its anniversary by maybe saying, hey, by the way, Trailer 2 is coming, strap the seatbelts on. Really that simple. So with that said, we will be continuing our coverage on GTA 6, and in hopefully just 23 days or less, we get a significant update on this game, Grand Theft Auto 6, which of course is slated to release in 2025. But for now, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you later. It's over.